Welcome to today's video where I'm going to be talking about the Resurrection palette from Wicked Widow Beauty, and this palette was sent to me for paid product photography. And in today's video I'm going to be showing you two looks I created with this palette. I have tried Wicked Widow Beauty previously. It was the Graveyard Smash palette, so I was very excited to see another palette coming out from them. And look at this packaging. This artwork is so beautiful and I love the theme, love the font, everything about this palette. It is nice and heavy, and here is the inside color story. And I love seeing kind of matching shimmers to the matte. Makes this palette even more easy to use because that way you can really just do two shadows and you're done, nice and easy. Or you can also go by quads in this palette. So there are some regular shimmer shadows, some duochromes, and some multichromes as well. And I do have an affiliate code with Wicked Widow Beauty. I will put up on the screen in case you're interested. And this palette retails for $78. So let's get right into the two looks and I'll give you some of my thoughts at the end of the video. Picking up Rebirth, and I'm just going to pop that right into my inner crease and inner lid. Just like that. I'm going to take it about halfway and then wipe off my brush, and I'm going to see if I can actually just take Reminiscence, and I'm just going to pop that into the crease right above. This is going to turn a little bit orange because of the red, and I feel like that might be really fun. Just up in here, giving a little bit of a sunset eye kind of vibe. And then I'm just going to wipe off this brush again. I'm going to use the same brush as the Refer 14 Mini. And I'm going to take Sinner. And that's just going to go onto the outer half of my lid. And essentially the outer corner. And I'm just kind of packing it on. And then I'm going to take just a tiny bit of it underneath my lower lash line as well. And then I'm just kind of blending it out a little bit. Just slowly, tiny bit by tiny bit. And I'm just wiping off my brush. And I'm actually going to take a little bit of Divine Light and take it on the edges, because I don't really want any more pigment out here. I just want to help kind of diffuse whatever pigment I already have on the lid. And I think that's coming out real nice. Did have just a little bit of fallout, but it seems to be fine. I'm going to pick up just a tiny bit of Sinner and just really make sure I'm stamping it out here and blending it outside. Picked up Adorn Carving. Look at this, so beautiful. And that's going to go essentially halfway on my lid onto the outer lid. And I'm going to also take it just a little bit closer to my lash line on this inner portion. Could have totally used a brush, but I just felt like being really messy. And then I really want to take Devotion and just pop that right in here. Right in there. Oh yes, that is so pretty. I'm just going to take this brush, just blend a little bit. Blend the edges a little bit, taking a little bit of Devotion on my brush and taking it up here as well. Look at that. Oh, I love that so much. So then I'm going to pick up a Halo with my pinky. This is like an iridescent shadow. Great for the inner corner. And just adding a little bit more fun in here. And I'm going to make sure that it's diffused up here as well. Here's the first finished look. Onto the second eye, I'm taking Belief, and I'm just going to put that onto the inner third of my lid. And then on the rest of the crease, I'm taking Afterlife. Woo! Whoa. Okay. Super pigmented. There isn't a lighter blue to blend this out, but that's fine. I'm just going to keep working it all the way around and spreading it essentially so that I don't get it to blend too far up with too much pigment. And I'm just gonna take it. This is such a beautiful, this is a very unique matte color. I feel like I can't think of a shade that I use like this. Maybe in like a Nomad palette. I feel like they have a lot of these kinds of grungy colors, but this shade is so beautiful. And then I'm gonna keep wiping off this brush a little bit, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of Chapel and pop that right in here to add a little bit of depth in this inner crease. And then a little bit more Belief, just right above that. And then taking Growth, and it's just gonna go right out here, essentially the rest of the eye. And I'm actually gonna take a little bit of Chapel out here too. Why not? We're just gonna really get a really nice, interesting mixture of different shades out here. Just let it all mix. Picked up Serenity, and I'm just gonna pop that right out here. I do feel like this shade could be a bit even more pigmented if I use a tacky primer or my fingers. So I think actually I'm going to do that. So let me try my pinky. Ooh, I love this shade. So vibrant. Such a beautiful blue. Whoa, I have quite a bit of fallout happening, but that's okay. And then I really want to use Ethereal. I mean, the shade just looks so special. I am going to mist my brush, and it's going to go right in here. It looks so much more pink once it's on. It's very interesting. Beautiful shade. Oh my goodness, it is so shifty. I'm also gonna just pick it up with my pinky, and let's just see. That definitely amps it up quite a bit. Whoa, that is so shifty. And I'm taking Belief underneath the lower lash line on the rest of the area down here. There isn't really another inner corner highlight I could use, so I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. So here's the second finished look. So this is my second time trying out Wicked Widow Beauty, and I have to say the mattes are so nice. Beautiful matte formula, had no issues, very pigmented, blended beautifully. I can't wait to see what they come out in the future with these formulas for sure. Let's talk about some of the shimmers. There are a couple of different formulas in here, I would say. Devotion is the smoothest. It's kind of a little bit more like a regular kind of shimmer shadow, but still very shiny, very beautiful, very smooth. As you can see, immediately picked up super smooth. Mosaic, Serenity, and Ethereal are a little bit on the chunkier side, but just like the tiniest bit, so more shiny than Devotion for sure. And then here is just Ethereal. So they do completely smooth out, but they are just a tiny bit textured. These feel very smooth to the touch. None of these feel squishy. Then there's also the rest of the shimmer shadows essentially they're just a bit more amped up from Devotion, that are very smooth and very metallic as well. So they're like an in-between Devotion, Mosaic, Serenity, and Ethereal, and those are really the rest of them. So they're very smooth shades. So I would say these are kind of the main four kind of textures in here. Very easy to apply with a brush, with a finger. I mean, these are some really beautiful shimmer shadows. Look at that shine. Now, it is a rainbow palette, but I do think that it was well thought out, and I love to see the matching up of the shimmers to the mattes. Specifically, each shade of the matte has kind of like a corresponding shimmer, if you will. So I think you're going to get lots and lots of looks out of this palette, and I can't wait to use it some more. So those are my thoughts on the Resurrection palette. Let me know in the comments below if you picked this palette up, and if you did, what do you think of it? I would love to hear your thoughts, and that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time.